Hey, it's Brian with the Midnight Mechanic. Today we're going to show you chokes as it relates to carburetors. Now, a choke works by restricting the amount of air that goes into an engine. When it does that, it richens up the air-fuel mixture and allows more fuel to go in there. Now, as the engine warms up, it doesn't need as much fuel, so it'll lean out to get the correct air-fuel mixture. So there are 4 different types of chokes for carburetors. We have 3 of them that we can show you. The other one we can kind of explain, you'll kind of figure it out. But we have a manual choke, a hot air choke, an electric choke, and the 4th one we don't have is a divorce choke. And we can explain that one to you. But first, we're going to show you right here is the manual choke. So right here, we have an Edelbrock carburetor with a manual choke. Now, the way this works is there will be a cable that runs from the carburetor to inside the car, and in there, there'll be a little pull knob that you can pull on to adjust it. Right here is where it would go in. The cable will go in here, and it will have a little wire that will come over here, and as you pulled it, it will open and close the choke valve. It's real simple. As the engine warms up, you'll have to manually pull that thing back to open this up all the way. Now these carburetors right here are hot air choke carburetors. We have a 2-barrel here and a 4-barrel, both off of old Pontiac engines. The way this works is you have hot air that comes off of either the manifold or the exhaust, and it goes in here, and what happens is there's a spring in here that as it heats up, this spring will expand. And when it expands, it'll hit this right here, and it will open and close your choke valve. It's very simple, just a piece of bimetal. When it's cold, it's in tight, and as it warms up, it'll slowly open that thing up. Same thing over here. So this is a carburetor on our 1960 Pontiac Catalina. As you can see, it has an electrical connection on the choke spring housing. This works by using electricity to heat up that spring in there, and it works the same way as the hot air. It heats up the spring, it expands, and it opens up the choke valve. Very simple, plug electricity to it, it does its thing. Now, if this was a divorce choke carburetor, it would have the spring actually in the intake manifold, and it would have a rod going from that spring up to the choke connection. There's no spring housing, that's actually in the intake, and that rod moves up and down as the spring heats up to move that choke valve. They're pretty complicated, and you could even buy kits that convert divorced chokes to electric chokes. We obviously prefer electric chokes. Just put some power to it and does its thing. So we showed you how a choke works and the different types of chokes on carburetors. Most of the time we'll just use an electric choke, sometimes a manual, but most of the time we just put an electric choke on our cars. If you guys have anything else you'd like to learn about, post down below in the comments, and hopefully we can get you a video and kind of explain some stuff to you. Until next time, don't forget to follow us on Instagram and Facebook at The Midnight Mech. Subscribe down below. And if you're a sports fan, especially a Philly sports fan, why don't you check out my brother's podcast, the Philly Phive. The link's down in the description. Check it out. He does really good work. And until next time, we'll catch you guys later.